Hello, grade 12. Today in our business class, we will be discussing considering job applicants and other topics. Now, what does this mean basically? Companies, they need to go through a certain process in order to actually consider any person who's applying for a job, right? This process can be summarized in 4 steps. Now, the first step is basically the recruiter, the person who's actually going to accept the job applicants. They need to review each candidate's application and resume. Resume is just another word for CV, right? So first of all, they just review it. Secondly, they actually screen the candidates. What does that mean? Normally, when a company opens up a vacancy and is actually accepting a lot of job applicants or so, a lot of people would actually start applying for it. So they'll have just a bunch of CVs just laying there, and they need to just basically filter it, meaning that the people who are not actually qualified for the job, they just put aside, and they put in on the other side the people who are actually qualified. Now, third step is basically the people who are qualified, they actually start, interviewing them. And after the interview, and after we went through the process of talking about what exactly happens in the interview, they need to do something called a background check and a reference check. And this will basically be explained further on. Now, just to let you know, a resume, or a CV as I said, is basically a summary of the academic and work history of each and every candidate. Which means basically, in the CV you will find where this person studied, where they worked before, and everything related to their job and career that they're trying to pursue. Now, as for screening, it's basically a system of selecting the suitable people for a job, which basically means they will filter out the people who are not acceptable or suitable for the job. Now, the last 2 things that I want to discuss is basically a background check, what is it exactly, and a reference. So, a background check is something that every company does. Whenever they actually interview somebody and they are considering them to be an applicable person for the job, they need to make sure that the information in their files and their information that they provided is 100% accurate, and there is no any sort of misleading in the information. So they will actually look for they'll contact, let's say the university that this person claimed to be have graduated from, and they'll actually start asking them, was this person graduated in the same amount of time that he said? Was it the same grade? They'll start making a lot of checks. This can go all the way to police checks and seeing if you have any criminal history. Now, basically a reference is somebody who actually makes a comment on your work. Let's say I worked for company X before, right? And I'm applying for company Y. Company Y will actually contact company X and ask for the manager that I put on my CV and contact him. How did Hisham, or how did this person work for you? Was he well? What exactly did he do? And basically, this about sums up everything. Thank you so much for attending class, and good luck.